it's me, Blader Dragon Sonic, back again with race 2 of the Formula E Monoposto Championship Season 8. This time out, we're heading off to Marina Bay. Lost the Mountains, Shanghai. It was actually a very, very good race. Wet, dry, wet, you know, conditions all out the wazoo. But this time out, let's just head to the grid for the Marina Bay E-Prix. And it's Milestone on pole with Annette Bamness in second. Then comes El Carlos and then Blader Dragon Sonic. Then it's the HAA driver of UK Ball, followed up by Catfish and Rainbow, and then Mechanovic in eighth. Then Jay Gallagher, the always good at qualifying, then Pisietta, Polarock and his teammate Gamer Cat 1411, then Batuco, Debris, Muhammad Awali and his teammate Medicis, Yusuf, Alan Lee, Daf Sanchez, Aldridge, Marcus Nelson, and in last place once more, not Lewis Hamilton. Well, looks like Nissan once again on pole with Milestone. His teammate down in fourth. All 5 lights go on. And we go green in Marina Bay, and that's a very even start from the top 2. We went on board with one of the HAA drivers into the first chicane we go. And staying in the lead, Mohamed Awawi has had a 5-second time penalty for causing a collision, and there were yellow flags in the first sector as well, possibly down to that collision. Blader Dragon Sonic with an awful start, down to 6th place. He's got Ross Chastain's helmet on for this weekend. El Carlos has moved up into 2nd place. Annette Bamness dropping down to 3rd, but out in front, Milestone with an amazing getaway, keeping his lead through the first few turns as Mechanovic puts Blader Dragon Sonic, well, he's fighting him for 6th position, and he's forced him to make a very odd line through the chicane. Mechanovic up into 6th place, almost hitting the wall coming out of that chicane. He had to dive so far deep. Blader Dragon Sonic's having an awful day in the office. Is that multi-time world champion? And that is Marcus Nelson in the wall. He's lost part of his front wing coming out of the hairpin. Unfortunate for the Mahindra driver to have that happen to him. Mohamed Awali's got quite a bit of damage. You can't really see it. It's probably to the underfloor of the car somehow. But onto the second lap of 21. And Milestone leads the Marina Bay E-Prix. That is that first lap worth remembering. Genuinely, it's amazing to see that happen so early on. Sierra's dropped down to 11th place, actually. Batuco got ahead of him. Milestone setting the fastest first sector. Meanwhile, El Carlos on the back of him. Milestone really is trying to hold up the reputation that Nissan is known for the past 2 seasons. Champions. But Stone hasn't really been there, only really picking up the pieces, and Season 7 might as well not have existed, to be honest. It was something, alright. El Carlos closing in with DRS. DRS has been enabled on this lap. UK Ball setting the fastest 2nd sector of anybody. He might actually go for the fastest lap on this lap. The HAA cars do have quite a bit of pace, as El Carlos has gone side by side with Milestone coming through the penultimate turn. The penultimate turn, sorry about that. They go side by side, coming into the first chicane. And he's in the wall! And a safety car has been deployed! The Jaguar of El Carlos is out on lap 3. And he was flying so close to the sun, he flew too close, and he is now out of this race. Out goes the Jaguar of El Carlos. PCR has actually dropped down to 12th place. He will now get 11th place from that. But I am so surprised that happened. Mohamed Awali's in the pits. This is quite the early stop. He doesn't have any wing damage or anything. He's just come in, changing off of those hard tires so early for softs. He will have newer softs than everyone else. But 3 laps will not give him enough to say go to the end. He will have to come into the pits for a 2nd time in the C3. But that really was quite the clumsy collision. He was just forced out of room. So, your current running order, as long as no one pits on this lap, that is. Milestone, leading since lap 1, with the two Envision drivers of Ironet Bamness and Rainbow behind. Then it's the two HWA drivers of U-Cable and Mechanovic. Then Blade and Dragon Sonic in 6th place. And then Catfish in 7th. Then you've got Batuco, started 9th up into 8th place. And then Gallagher in the 24th, in the 24 car, sorry. And then in Polar Rock, Sierra, and Gamer Cat. Then the two Tachitas of Not Lewis Hamilton and Daybreeze. Not Lewis Hamilton actually had a stellar start there. Didn't really bring it up that much, but yeah, up into 13th. Then Medicis, Adam Lee in 16th place. Is Sanchez, Aldridge, the Mahindra of Yusuf, then Nawawi and Marcus Nelson. Nelson's actually quite a ways behind the pack underneath, behind the safety car. Might get some words from the drivers now. If any of them are able to say anything about this, then they will, hopefully. But, I can't really force them to. So you might get words from the two Dragon drivers, the two Nissan drivers, the cheetah driver of Not Lewis Hamilton, Pisietta, U-Cable. I know Madness might actually say something here. But, uh, so we've gotten word from Ina Bamness and it's streams of jubilation from both Envision drivers. They are indeed coming home with a 2-3 currently. Lap Cosme now overtakes the safety car on lap 5 of 21. We will get back racing on the 6th lap. And it's just a bit too bad for El Carlos, to be honest. He could have taken the lead there. He just realized that he ran out of road, and Mohamed Nawawi is moving very slowly, and he's got a puncture. Mohamed Nawawi for a Yuri, and he's got a puncture under the safety car. He's come in. UK Ball smiling somewhat about his 4th position. So, yeah, coming out on the mediums is Mohamed Nawawi. It's only lap 5 and he's made his 2nd stop. He's got quite a lot of work for him to do from 24 seconds back in last place. I don't know if he will be able to catch up to the safety car pack. I don't know if he will. Marcus Nelson's definitely going to catch up. He's got 3 seconds to his teammate and he is closing in. And will definitely make it. But yeah, we might actually get something different from UK Ball here. Bit of dust coming off of the back of one of the lead cars. UK Ball's actually got quite an amount of damage. It's somewhat negligible, to be honest, but it is something to note in case the pace drops off. It could be a bit of damage. Marcus Nelson has caught up to the back of his teammate, Mohamed Nawawi, he's got this entire straight to go to catch up, basically. As the safety car comes through the penultimate corner, we've got team radio from UK Ball. Team, do you think we can push up to P3, he says? And he's still waiting for a reply as we come down the main straight. And we go back green in Marina Bay. And that is how you do a race restart on board with UK Ball as we're about to get the ending to that team radio. Oh, his team says that they need to make the best of the safety car restart. Well, he definitely hasn't gained any positions, but more pressingly, he hasn't lost any. Mohamed Awawi has only just really caught up to the back of the safety car pack. And to be honest, he's 2 seconds off the back. You saw him coming through the final corner there. Milestone, he's in a bit of a fight with Arnett Bavanis here, side by side with the Envision driver, and coming into the little left-hander that makes the chicane. Someone's gone into the wall. The track has been cleared now. We might see this man out of the E3. I don't know, but Arnett Bavanis is leading here at Marina Bay. Amazing overtaking work from the multi-time race winner, who is gunning for his first ever World Championship, is the driver from Romania. Might as well be from Chad. I mean, not only are the flags basically the same, it's still very good to see the driver from Envision still doing what he was doing in his debut season with Maserati. Well, when this team was Maserati. Into the pits has come Medicis, and he was the man who caused that yellow flag. And Aguirre having not that great day of an office here. How about Mohamed Awawi improving that up into 19th place, getting past the Sanchez? It's not a lot, but he can still make it up to them. He goes up into 18th place now, past Yusuf. He's a man on a mission. And he's even got a 5-second time penalty, so he's got so much work to do from 18th place. And he's got to let Yusuf by there, because he sent it up the inside. Yusuf almost getting up into 17th place. The fight for these positions in the lower half of the midfield, this is what we'd love to see out in front. But these lower teams aren't really upgrading their power units, and into the wall has gone Yusuf there. Unfortunate for the Mahindra driver who's lost part of his front wing. He's going to have to come into the pits at the end of this lap to repair that front wing damage. Very unfortunate to see happen. We go on to lap 8 now, on board with the second Envision driver of Ravo. And you can see he's starting to get a bit of blistering on his front tyres. If we take a look at the rears, yeah, this track is really punishing the tyres somewhat. Even with that safety car, 8 laps in, and we've already got the soft tyre runners struggling for a bit of grip, to be honest. No one's actually gone faster than Al Carlos. That's a fun fact for everybody. Al Carlos is still currently holding the fastest lap of the C3, even while he's not in the C3. Yusuf coming out on the medium tyres, and into the wall! Has gone Milestone! He's facing the wrong way on the track! He's hit the wall! And he's been hit by Catfish as well! I cannot believe what I have just seen! He's trying to get his car back facing the right direction, and he just about manages it just while not getting caught by Matuko. He's gone over the curb, has he not? Yes, he most definitely has. And with the amount of tyre wear he's incurred, I cannot believe what I have just seen. Catfish now with a 5-second time penalty, and UK Ball up into third. And that's Ravo missing part of his front wing. What has happened there? Mechanovic takes the lead. Catfish is second, and Bladed Dragon Sonic is now third in the C3. And Milestone is coming into the pits. It's 52% tyre wear for the guys out in front. So yes, you would see a lot of that. And almost a bit of contact coming through the first chicane for Batuko and Arnett Bavanis there. Lewis Hamilton is coming into the pits as well, and he's going to go onto the medium compound of tyres. Up front, it's the Turkish driver of Mechanovic, who's still waiting on his own in the helmet. So currently, he's just borrowing a design from Sebastian Vettel, and his front right tyre's gone straight down the drain, and he's gone into the barrier as well. He's lost part of his front wing coming out of his chicane, and the same could be said with Catfish. The top two drivers have incurred front wing damage, as it was with Ravo and Milestone. Milestone's dropped down to 18th position, and someone else is in the wall at that turn. I'm trying to find who it is, and it's not you, Cable. Thank the Lord Jesus Christ. And into the wall has gone K-Macat. He's missing part of his front wing as well. That is a lot of incidents coming through around this part of the track. And into the pits come the top three. Mohamed Awawi. And that is Mohamed Awawi, and he is out of the C3 on lap 10 of 21. And Bladed Dragon Sonic is leading. He has not come into the pits. He has decided to stay out for one more lap while we are under safety car conditions. And into the pits come so many drivers. I'm not going to list them off. I don't want to. And it's another safety car here in Marina Bay. I guess this is the point in the video where I should say generic YouTuber stuff. Now it's actually getting better. 15% of the people watching this video are subscribed. We need to make that at least 20%. On board with the number 44 of Bladed Dragon Sonic, embellished with Ross Chastain's helmet. Well, he's definitely having quite the Ross Chastain drive, isn't he? Bit of a maverick performance we're seeing here today. But Heiner Bamness has caught up to the back of him. If he comes in now, he will come out in 5th place just about, which is better than where he was before his teammate hit the wall. But it is not better than where he started this E3. He started in 4th. And currently the data suggests, thanks to AWS, that he will finish at best in 5th. And into the pits does come Bladed Dragon Sonic on lap 10 of 21. So we're going to go on board with Ravo. This is who he is chasing. He is chasing Bladed Dragon Sonic for that 5th place. And the question is, will he make it to the pits before Bladed Dragon Sonic comes out? And unfortunately for Ravo, for Envision Racing, the answer is no. Bladed Dragon Sonic does come out in 5th place. This E3 is genuinely amazing. It is genuinely one of the best E3s we have seen all season in like the history of this championship. I was going to say all season long, but this is the second race of the season. This will go down as an all-time classic E3. While we're on the safety car, we might get some more words from the drivers and their teams. So let's see. So this is Medicis, who's actually finding himself up in 8th place now. He's got 74% tire wear, however. He's going to have to make a second stop, which is not ideal. And since he's in 8th place with one of the many cars on the grid that have quite the underpowered engine, and by engine I mean power unit engine, basically the same thing. It's just he's gonna have to defend from Tuco, who has 97% in the McDonald's actually for the Audi car. Okay, when you're actually watching it on the track, it doesn't look like a McDonald's car. When you're on board with it and it's got mediums, they might as well be sponsored by McDonald's, man. So Catfish with a 5-second time penalty. If it finishes like this, he will drop down to 12th position. Luckily for him, it probably won't finish like this one. Lap 12 of 21. Trying to get something. We're looking for team radio. No. Delete. Okay, we've got team radio from UK Ball. Okay, Catfish has a penalty. Let's try and make it a double podium. That should be easy for him. All he has to do is stay behind. Dynaco is all mine. HWA will win, says UK Ball. And that is something that I would actually like to see. One of the HWA drivers winning an E3. That could actually be something cool. And no, this is not due to my involvement in UK Ball's own F1 2009 series that I am currently winning. Shameless plug, shameless sponsorship. Don't care, didn't ask. He needs members. Join the Formula E Monoposto server. We have an invite link to UK Ball's own F1 2009 server. You can join that. It's actually very good. He's got quite a lot of effort put into it and a very good intro to boot. I might actually link it in the description. But yeah, we're on the safety car, so I've basically just gone on over a tangent. No one seemingly has any tire problems of any sort, so it's all fine for all the drivers currently. Everyone is caught up to the back of the safety car pack, which means we should be good to go back racing pretty soon. But yeah, Hamilton was on his nose. I'm surprised as well. Lap cars may now overtake the safety car, which means we will get back racing on the following lap. It's quite the E3. It's quite the E3 that we've actually had, to be honest. Not Lewis Hamilton, the biggest mover up, Jesus Christ, 11 places from his starting position. The biggest loser, um, you might actually see that in the comments. Since I don't know, I can't tell. Someone with more experience can probably tell us. It's that. But Ian Bamis leading the E3, showing him how it's done, as he should. He's been driving in this championship for a very long time, and you know what? I think it's his time for a championship. He almost had it last season. In fact, he had quite the season last time. But yeah. Looking back with the number 6 of Iron Bamis, this season could very easily be one of the better seasons of the championship. Season 2 is objectively the worst season, worst intro, worst end of the season. Safety cars coming into the pits at the end of lap 13. We'll get back racing at the end of this lap. As we come through the final turn, safety car will pull into the pits the second time in the C3, with a green car leading. We go green again here at Marina Bay, and that is an amazing restart from Marina Fabulous. He's left Mechanovic in the dust almost. On board we go with the number 89 UK ball, fully black on the top of his helmet. Sponsored by CrowdStrike and Ineos, not in real life, just in the series, I promise. But he's been caught by Bladed Dragon Sonic, who wants his fourth place back. He will send it down the inside to get it back, and he's taken it back. Back up into fourth place goes Vinicius of Bladed Dragon Sonic, and Batuco has taken eighth place from Medicis. He has nowhere. He has no performance left in his tires. And Mechanovic has taken the lead. Oh, has he? Another safety car has been deployed. As out of the race goes Mechanovic and Iron Babinus. A boss overtake. Milestone and Batuco involved in that as well. Batuco with a 5-second time penalty. And it's all gone wrong here at Marina Bay. What a crash we've just had on a safety car restart. Sanchez is running the wrong direction. We have lost, with that crash, so many drivers. And it's still not the biggest crash we've ever had in a race. The biggest was Marina Bay, I believe, last season. On lap 15, and under safety car, Bladed Dragon Sonic is technically winning the C3 because Catfish has a 5-second time penalty. Uh-oh. Now our data's turned off. That's not good. That's not a good thing. As well as that power in my room's gone out. Or not. That's actually pretty bad. But so basically, what's just happened is in my room, I have lost my multi-head charger. He's probably blown in it, like my dad. Into the pits has come Mohammed Kamadisis. New tires, he needed those. He's gone into the mediums. So, oh god, I have to run down in the running order. So, Catfish leads with a 5-second time penalty. Then it's Bladed Dragon Sonic. Then it's UK Ball, Ravo, Batuco, Gallagher, Alan Lee, not Lewis Hamilton, Paul Rock, and Aldridge. Then Marcus Nelson, Dave Reese, and Medicis, your 13 drivers. Out of the C3 Iron Babness, Milestone, Mekanovic, Sierra, Yusuf, Gamercat, Sanchez, Mohamed Nawawi, and El Carlos. This has been one of this has been an absolute wreck fest. Like truly. And we've got Team Radio from Bladed Dragon Sonic now. He says this has been an absolute wreck fest. What do you mean there's another safety car? Okay, involved in that crash were Jesus Christ, that's your teammate. Someone's gone airborne, oh god. I'm surprised they haven't red flagged that, mate. Jesus Christ. Anyway, Blade and Dragon Sonic, you are leading the C3 technically because the man ahead of you, Catfish, has a 5-second time penalty. You're all fine. That's great. Thanks. That was the exchange from him and his team radio engineer. Someone might pit, so I don't know. Lap cars may now overtake the safety car, so we will get back racing on lap 18 of 21 with only a handful of laps to go. Yeah, I've got no power in my room at all now, apart from my pieces of technology. That's really weird. We might get a bit of team radio as the safety car ends at the end of this lap. A bit more. Catfish will lead us away. So for another time, we go green here in Marina Bay. On board of the cable again. Expletives from Ryan Babness. He is out of the C3. And U Cables has had a torrid getaway to try and catch up to the number 44, who might actually get past the Jaguar of Catfish ahead of him. He's going to need quite a bit to get past him, but 4 tenths is a manageable gap. He just needs a bit of DRS, and he might win here in Marina Bay. From fourth on the grid, and Catfish sliding around on his tires. Everyone's sliding, and cold tires are the soup of the day, especially in Catfish's case. His driver's going very slowly in the midfield. Aldridge down to 11th place as Marcus Nelson up into 10th. The guy is behind the top four, just lucky to still be racing, to be honest. That was a massive pile up and a train in basically forming there. But Catfish has opened up this gap to over a second to Bladed Dragon Sonic as we go on to lap 19 of 21 in Marina Bay, on board with the number 44 for Nissan Edams. But generally, that wreck was insane. And the fact that we are left with one driver from all of the top four teams is insane. We've got power back now. Thank God. That was so weird not having any power in my room. But now it's all back. My device is charging. That's why. But yeah, the top four, not much actually taking place here. We go on board with Bladed Dragon Sonic. Yeah, Catfish is definitely going to have to come into the pits. He might still finish this race, you know. It's just a matter of, will his tires mean that he's still leading by the end? Because he's definitely not increasing his gap. He's just managing it at the moment. Gallagher's found himself up in 6th place. I think he was actually already there, but his teammates dropped to 12th place. That is second last, with Debris in actual loss. There are 3 drivers who will finish this race and not score any points. And Catfish now has a bit of blistering on his tires. He's going to have to manage that as well as his 5-second time penalty. That's really a bad situation that Jaguars put him in to try and finish on the soft tires. We're on the penultimate lap of the Prix. Catfish leads, Bladed Dragon Sonic second, and UK Ball third. And I'm not too sure if Catfish will actually finish this race with tires fit to last, because Bladed Dragon Sonic 3/10 of a second behind, and now Ale in Jaguar because of his tires. But knowing what he's seen from his teammate ahead of him, what he's seen from other drivers, there are moments where you can overtake and moments where you really shouldn't. Places on track where an overtake is likely and places on track where you really shouldn't do it. Bladed Dragon Sonic with DRS coming down the back straight, and he's not close enough to make the overtake yet. Almost looked like he didn't have brakes for a second there. Coming into the penultimate turn, so we've got yellow flags in the second sector and a virtual safety car. Someone is out, and it's Aldridge. Aldridge out, and Daybreak's involved in that. It was like a boss overtake, and both the cheaters missing their front wing there. So that means on this final lap, Catfish will lead. A Bladed Dragon Sonic in second, with no worry of him trying to send it down the inside at that first turn. Not even through the first few turns, in fact. Virtual safety car ending now. And we go green again on the streets of Marina Bay. 5/10 of a second, that's half a second, separates your leaders. And the same margin is what separates third and fourth. This is really going to go down to the wire, isn't it? I mean, it really won't matter to Bladed Dragon Sonic, though. He knows that Catfish ahead has a 5-second time penalty, but he's also struggling with his tires. So he's dropped off quite a bit. He probably won't drop off away and off and into the wall. Has gone both Catfish and Bladed Dragon Sonic. UK Ball's in the wall as well. Rainbow's fine. Track's been cleared, but on the final lap, the top 3 have all gone in the wall. UK Ball is missing part of his front wing. Coming through the third and final sector then, it looks like Catfish is going to be the man to take it to the checkered flag. But if it does end like that, he will not be the man. And to actually win the race, coming through the final turn, it's Catfish at the flag, but Bladed Dragon Sonic comes home and wins the Marina Bay Prix. UK Ball is second and Rainbow is third. Batuko will come home in 5th. Catfish drops down to 4th with that 5-second time penalty. Batuko actually has a 5-second time penalty of his own, so we will see where he actually ends up by race's end. Gallagher 6th, Alan Lee 7th, Paul Rock 8th, Marcus Nelson 9th, Medicis coming home after a torrid race in 10th, and then it's the two DS cheaters of Lewis Hamilton and Debris missing part of their front wing in 11th and 12th. And this is your podium then. Bladed Dragon Sonic coming home to win yet another Prix. It's a second on the bounce in Season 8. UK Ball coming home in second, and then it's Ravo in third. Then it's Catfish in fourth, Gallagher fifth, Alan Lee sixth, Polarox seventh, Marcus Nelson is eighth. Then it's Medicis, Batuco, and Notless Hamilton, and his teammate Debris rounding out your finishers. Your non-finishers were Aldridge, Inet Bamnis, Mechanovic, Milestone, Pisieta, Gamercat, Daf Sanchez, Yusuf, Mohamed Awawi, and El Carlos. In the Drivers' Championship, Bladed Dragon Sonic leads on 51 points from a tied second place of UK Ball and Ravo. Then it's El Carlos, Catfish, Inet Bamnis tied with Gallagher in sixth. Then Alan Lee and Milestone both tied in eighth. Then it's not Lewis Hamilton, Polarock, and Medicis all tied for 10th. Then Marcus Nelson, Daf Sanchez, Yusuf and Batuco, those last two tied for 15th on 1 point. And all point scorers so far are Debris, Gamercat, Mohamed Awawi, Pisieta, Mechanovic, and Aldridge. In the constructors' standings, coming into Tokyo, Japan, Nissan Edam's lead on 59 points from Envision on 40. Then 10 points back is both Jaguar and HWA Race Lab. They're both on 30 points. Then it's Dragon Racing on 10 points, Renault Sport on 8, Cheetah and Twilly both on 6 points, as well as Aguri, Mahindra Racing on 5 points, and in last place on 3 points, it's App Schaeffler Audi Sport. We shall see you again next time when the Formula E Monoposto Championship returns in Tokyo, Japan.